Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Control. Yeah, you better believe it, I can launch them all over the place. We're trying to find Marshall. Let's just have a very quick look at our map. Doesn't look like there's anything notably here. So what we might want to do... In fact, very quickly, I think I'm going to go back to the cafeteria and have a look, see if we can access one of the areas that I couldn't reach before, because with our air dash, we might be able to do something a little funky. Also, we get to try out our new gun style, which is just awesome. Actually, I should very quickly check our missions. Demolition experts, headshots, okay, and grip rather than spin. So we've tried that out. Let's go back to headshots. Is that someone else that got hurt by that? Oh, it was. Oh, my mouse pad is dirty. It's just coming up at the end. Where are you? Wow, those grenades properly destroy things, don't they? One more headshot and we can go back to regular kills. Okay, fire at will. I was more accurate when I was aiming. I need to give myself a bit more space to work with, I think. I like the spin. The spin's cool. Very cool. Right, so that's where I was trying to get up there to that thing. So let's see if we can do something about that. Yeah. It's probably not the right way of getting up here, but it is a way of getting up there. And we're picking up a whole bunch of other stuff while we're in the area. Okay, the fastest control point is dead letters. Let's go to that, I think. Don't think we could do anything up here now. I think we checked all the various side doors around here when we came through before. Right, let's have a look at the Astral Constructs very quickly. With 4,000 material, we've got nothing that we can form, so it would only be mods and upgrades. We don't have enough quite for upgrades. But we can hand in our countermeasures on these. Energy boost, launch efficiency, and a house memory. Next up. Is snipers, okay. Is charged, well, we're going to definitely have a bunch of those. Okay, let's go for these three. That's good, it does show us the next place. Yeah, if we go to the NSC control room, we might be able to then access one of the elevators from there. There's a whole bunch of unknown in this section. So even if it's like the in fact, if we go to the energy converters entrance and work around from there. Just before we move off, let's check, see if our mission gives us any clues. Went to the research sector to create more HRAs. Actually, if we need to go back to Central Executive because the main mirror will be open. Ooh. Go to NSC. There's a major target there. Oh, we're gonna have to check this out. So we're going slightly off mission for a side mission. Look out for mods with unique names. That's very cool. So when we're deconstructing, we'll just have to be very careful. Spin definitely does less damage. I don't think those guys will turn into anything, but eliminate key his targets. Okay. Ow. Very ow. Yeah, we need bigger guns, or I just need to be a little bit better. Either of those would be fine. It looked like there was something giving them a bit of regeneration in there. Still, we can always retreat. If I get something suitably large ready. Or is the mission gone? Yeah, the mission's gone. We failed. Well, damn. I guess there'll be ones that pop up periodically. And we just have to try and get them when we can. Oh, that's a shame. Real shame. back to Central Executive then. And then from here we'll go to the elevator.
I heard that this attack brings up a lot of questions.
And onwards to the research sector. I have to say the audio design in this matches the aesthetic visually and audibly. It is stunning. Okay. We could just drag the barrier things out of the way. This area has obviously suffered a shift.
Where the magic happens. Anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years, we've made
they got the service
astonishing
weapon.
discoveries, authored studies of grave importance, and in all this work, there is one thing we know, and that's how little we truly know. Rest assured, we're committed to keep pushing the known laws and borders of reality, and to make the Bureau proud. So, welcome. Assuming you have the necessary clearance, and do follow the safety protocols. Read the manual.
I guess we're fighting the aerial guys. Right, that's him gone. Ow! I mean, that's still got really damn close. Okay, not my best combat so far, but not the worst. Let's get some health back. There's still more left alive somewhere. Wonder if our shield would protect us from rockets. That feels like a sniper. I can snipe as well. Maybe we'll let them get a little bit closer. Throw a bench at him. You know when you're not having a good day, if a bench comes flying at you. Okay, that definitely can't be all of them. Headshots don't affect the floating corpses any more than regular shots do. Okay, let's have a little look in here while we're moving around. Intrusive pattern and an emergency call summary. Right, so the emergency call summary. A possible altered world event in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via a phone line. The event is notably similar to AWE-blank, in which redacted. The event is believed to have been caused by redacted, and as a result, the following measures have been taken to prevent redacted, and redacted. And the multimedia is going to be welcome to the research sector. We won't rewatch that. I see you. Just not accurate enough at this range. That might have done something. I can still see his leg. Got him. Oh, we grabbed the agent when his health was low. Amazing. I wonder if he's going to vanish in our hands. Yeah, there's other things we need to destroy around here. And I'm sure there'll be even more dotted around. Well, we do have this hiding at the back. Oh, these come back. Maybe we've got to get all three quickly. Yeah, there we go. Opened up parapsychology. In terms of our clearance level, though. Oh, we do have clearance level 3. So it'd be impossible to get here without the right clearance level. I'm going to explore up before we go into parapsychology. Just because I saw that the stairs do go up in here. Actually, we haven't even had a look at the... Oh, wow. Yeah, this goes all over the place. Lots of offices and places to have a little look around. So we've got plant complaint. That's just a computer that's on. Let's read this. His sniper. Bureau snipers specialised in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlights affixed to their rifles to search for targets. Nice and subtle. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waited in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarters combat, and his snipers are well aware of how to use it. Refer to file redacted for a full report. And over here... Hey, so I was wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, that janitor does have a nice voice and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted. And people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplant? Worth looking into. The greenery is taking over. Ooh. And it looks like we have a little video to watch, so we'll pick this up and we'll watch it in the multimedia thing. Actually, no. No, it's a separate report. That's just a projector of weirdness. In a room, that might even be in the motel. Let's have a read of this. Synchronicity. A glimpse into the paranatural, synchronicity, and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It's how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble upon these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road. Now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behaviour by close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We're striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file redacted for a full report. That was Theodore Ash. He's a little bit up himself by the sounds of it. I wonder if I can dash across this. Okay, this might kill us, but we'll try. Hey, made it. And we've got lots of things in here. Okay, we'll watch that separately. We definitely don't want to go near that doorway. And in here, we've also got another report thing. And a door that actually goes out. This might be the way you're supposed to get in. Might be. Let's watch that large-scale HRA.
It's done. It's just one large-scale HRA. This needs a choice, no choice. It's there now. Protecting the most important thing from what's coming.
So, darling,
inside,
definitely knew.
locked in, ready to be blown away. Commencing countdown engines. Ready for the journey. To be blown flying into the model. Ready to see.
Alright. That's only a little bit terrifying. The Underhill Disagreement. Dear Dr. Darling, I feel I must inform you of the very questionable documentation I'm seeing from Underhill's desk. She clearly has no concept of what mould is. She claims there are microorganisms responsible for constructing the mould. Ridiculous. It's a rapidly growing fungus, not dissimilar to kuzu. She's fabricating complexity to justify her absurd budget demands. Speaking of which, find it interesting that an old friend of yours gets her budget approved with no questions asked. I wonder if the Operations Oversight Committee would be interested to learn of that. Yours, in estimation, Dr. Abraham Lewis. So there's definitely infighting in the various departments. Okay, that might not be the way in. Does this hurt if we walk on it? Not precisely, but that will hurt to go through, I'm sure. I wonder if we can actually just... Can't see far enough in to see if this is like properly contaminated. Yeah, it's properly contaminated all the way through. So that's a big fat no for going that way at the moment, at least. We should be able to dash back across to there with no trouble. And had we finished going up, or did I get distracted? I think I got distracted on that landing area. So let's go up further. There's another balcony bit over there. That's a clearance level 4. Let me just make a note of that. Oh, and Dr. Darling's office is actually up. Okay, well, I guess we might, by accident, end up going in the right direction. Well, this is a proper secure vault, isn't it? Where's this going? This is going off to the unknown. I am curious to see what's over there. Can we get in here? No, we can't. Does this actually lead to the Astral Plane? Probably not. Oh, it's the fire break.
Possibly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through.
Let's view it directly from here. The Ashtray Maze.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through.
Ah, that's very cool.
The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
So who was it bound to?
Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Oh, actually, we've got space for another personal mod. Let's get launch efficiency cost, because we do a lot of launching. that's a big fat no over there. Oh, that is very cool. And slightly terrifying. I wonder. No, we can't do anything like that. That recloses itself back up. Different way opens. I understand why this isn't exactly mapped. I wonder if it would have been possible to get through that with a dash. Might be in a specific cycle now. Let's see if we can find out. Yeah, it looks like it's in a specific cycle. Okay. It's a very nice touch though. Eventually we'll be able to get through there. We might just need to talk to Dr. Darling first. I'm assuming off the edge of this is a bad plan. There's other things going across. Alright, well, seeing as we're here, let's see if we can find any clues in here. Got some info on the Astral Plane.
Questions recently regarding HRAs.
Got to think about the budget.
Do you always need to wear them?
Got to think about resonance theory.
What's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
And then we've got a drunk Darling talking.
Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices.
And
We're not tracking your movements.
an executive toy.
Listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
Okay, let's read through the bits that we've got. So, the Astral Plane. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users into the Astral Plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle, determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious, would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the Redacted and the Astral Plane to that item, making it an object of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as a test by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the Astral Plane and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The Astral Plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed and now the two are linked solely through objects of power. I'll attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully, the truth will emerge. Refer to file 6-32-6498 for a full report. This one, Astral Plane counter-essay. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the Redacted, an entity or group of entities that we've little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the Redacted, the Astral Plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained in the very Redacted of objects, such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the Redacted, but had that connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other objects of power require such a direct contact with the Redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the Redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? Refer to file 6-239382 for a full report. And then resonance theory. Resonance. It's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to a Redacted I've called Redacted. The Redacted emits a force that's far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It's shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common Redacted that we've yet to discover? We can harmonise control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance had been the answer the whole time? Refer to file Redacted for a full report. And then we have Darling's budget request. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you asking for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been squeaky wheel. All fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budgetary increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. Dr. Lewis is a dick. And then we have Darling's presentation on HRAs.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hadron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA. Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless.
That fills me with confidence.
I'm kidding.
It's going to be horrific.
We're making more.
All right. On that cheery note, that's probably a good point to finish off. So we'll pick this up next time. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you are enjoying this. We've made it to the research lab, and there's a lot of very cool things to look around here. As always, if you are enjoying this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Control. See you soon.